I'm a journalist. I used to do foreign affairs, which meant a lot of wars, a lot of disasters. So I've seen a lot of death and upset. And I just figured that dead meant dead, full stop. And I never, ever stopped to think about it. And when I started researching this coma book, I started from that standpoint. And I hadn't realized that my entire world outlook had changed. I hadn't realized until about halfway through when my daughter died, my daughter Rebecca. And it was totally unexpected. She was a police detective. She died. And I had all the grief one would expect with losing a child, the worst thing that can happen to a parent. And yet at the same time, I got enormous comfort in knowing that she wasn't dead. Dead here, but we don't die. And you know, everything that led me to change my way of thinking is in the book. It's not what the book's about, but it's on you read the book, you will be on the same journey, because the book is a journey of exploration. We're writing as we're going. And I realized that I knew dead didn't mean dead. I'd spoken to so many people that died and came back, people who didn't know each other, they weren't collaborating on their stories, right? That it had to be true. And then you go back through history and you go back as far as the Egyptian Book of the Dead, thousands of years BCE, and they're reporting the things there that people are telling me that they're seeing in coma. Bucolic landscapes, dead relatives, past life reviews, all these things have been happening since the dawn of time. And we've only, in recent years, moved into a period, say from the 1600s, where we've developed a modern form of science known as materialism, where if you can't weigh it, the only thing they can pay attention to is something you can weigh or measure or slice up and put under a microscope. Consciousness, which you can't do any of those things to, is generally ignored. And they leave it to the philosophers. And then the philosophers give you an explanation for consciousness. They just dismiss it and say it's a product of the brain. But you can't open the brain and find inside consciousness or the memory or the mind or anything. So it's only theory. People believe that memories are stored in the brain, but the brain's active on all these other functions. And it's taught as fact in almost every Western medical school, and yet it's an unproven theory. It may well be, and I come to this conclusion now, that consciousness, memory, and so forth is external to the body, and that we're possibly receiving it like a radio wave. My consciousness is my particular frequency, and I'm tuned into that, because there's no way we can store like recipes, all my childhood memories, all my plans for the future, all my love affairs and everything. Can't store all that in my head. Well, where does it get stored? No one can explain that. And it might be that very much like the cloud, where we upload our memories via photographs and videos today, this is where our memory is. And that may seem far-fetched to many, but it's also a theory, and it's actually one that holds a damn sight more water than saying everything that's happening takes place inside your skull, but sorry to say we can't find it.